Caitlin Clark's debut season was nothing short of incredible. From deep threes to crazy assists, she astounded fans and critics with her skill. Even in a league brimming with elite talent, Clark established herself among the greats in just her first season. Let's look at 10 of her most surprising shots and passes. 1. The best full court assist.
There from Lloyd. Clark, the fling ahead. Oh, what a dime! And Mitchell lays it in! And Caitlin Clark officially has the most assists ever!
Caitlin Clark is more than just a scorer. Her vision and passing ability are equally excellent. Against the Seattle Storm, she made a pass so precise and brilliantly executed that it quickly stood out as one of the season's top assists. The play began with Indiana's defensive rebound. Clark, already reading the floor, dashed toward the backcourt, looking for an opening. As soon as she received the ball, she observed a teammate making a break for the basket. Many young players hesitate to take high-risk passes, but Clark's confidence in her vision and execution sets her apart. She sees plays before they happen, a quality shared only by the finest point guards in the league. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updates. Stay tuned. 2. A tough possession that left the defender lost.
With 28 points here on Caitlin Clark's 10th assist. Kelsey Mitchell's 2.
Caitlin Clark faced the Phoenix Mercury one-on-one at the top of the key. Her defender, determined to stop her, took a low stance, anticipating a drive. Clark, however, had different plans. She began with a quick hesitation dribble, causing the defender to lean slightly forward. Then she changed gears, crossing to her left before quickly shifting back to her right, creating separation. Clark had already lined herself up for an open shot when the defender tried to reset her footing. Completely puzzled, the defender could do nothing but watch. This was a masterclass. Clark's ability to maneuver past defenders with a series of quick, precise movements is reminiscent of some of the greatest WNBA guards ever. Sabrina Ionescu, another great ball handler, frequently uses hesitation moves to create space, but Clark's fluidity and rapid decision-making give her an edge. Her performance against Phoenix proved that she possesses the skill and poise to generate high-quality scoring opportunities, even against tough defenders. 3. Squeezing past the defense for an easy finish.
And had an opportunity to take the shot, instead drives in, and good job here after the travel to turn her back. And
the Indiana Fever were on the attack, and the Chicago Sky's defense was ready for another deep shot from Caitlin Clark. Instead of attempting a three-pointer, she took a different approach. She kept the defenders guessing with a quick hesitation, move before exploding toward the paint. As she drove inside, the defense collapsed around her. 2 Chicago players moved in to cut off her path, but Clark maintained control by keeping her dribble low and smoothly sliding between them. It was a tight space, yet she navigated it with ease, demonstrating her agility and ball handling skills. Just as it seemed she had run out of options, Clark executed a brilliantly timed lob over a defender's outstretched arms. The ball floated toward the rim, gently sinking in for an easy finish. The defenders, caught off guard, had no time to react, leaving them in an awkward, hunched position as they watched the ball swish through the net. This play showcased Clark's ability to read the game in real time. Many inexperienced players might have forced a contested shot or lost control under defensive pressure, but Clark remained poised and composed. 4. Quick pass through tough defense. Caitlin Clark found herself in a tough situation during a close college game against Indiana. The defense was aggressive, closing in fast as she caught a pass with little room to move. She had to protect the ball while avoiding defenders' reach. Despite the pressure, she stayed composed, adjusting her stance and positioning herself just outside the arc. With limited space to maneuver, she took a quick step back and released a smooth shot with a clean flick of her wrist. The ball soared through the air and dropped perfectly into the net. It was the type of play that separated her from other collegiate athletes and proved she was ready for the next level. As she transitioned to the WNBA, plays like these became even more common. Defenders had to react to her rapid release and, deep shooting range, knowing that even tight coverage might not be enough to stop her. 5. Another elite pass.
And a little spin on the finish as Melissa Smith went to the line and did in fact complete the three-point play. What do we have, 3 back behind him?
How does Caitlin Clark make it look so effortless? Most players deliver 1 or 2 highlight reel assists per season. Clark had 3 in a single game. On this possession, the Dallas defense had learned their lesson. They tried to close passing lanes and prevent her from finding open teammates. But it didn't matter. Clark waited for the perfect moment and, while falling out of bounds, delivered an off-balance left-handed pass between 3 defenders, right into her teammates. Hands for an easy layup. It was a true Magic Johnson-esque moment, showcasing Clark's exceptional basketball IQ. Even legends like Sue Bird and Sabrina Ionescu didn't display this level of precision in their rookie seasons. Caitlin Clark's debut season sent a clear message to the WNBA. She's not just a shooter, she's a once-in-a-generation talent. She has already proven she belongs in the same conversation as WNBA greats, with deep threes that leave defenders shaking their heads and assists that stun even veteran players. And if this is just the beginning, imagine what's next. 6. A. Perfect assist from CC. Another flawless assist by Caitlin Clark. What a night for Caitlin Clark. Clark wasn't finished yet. Just minutes after her previous highlight, she found herself in a similar predicament. 2 defenders converging on her as she drove toward the rim, expecting a layup attempt. Instead, she executed one of the most ridiculous cross-court passes ever seen in the WNBA. With one hand, while still dribbling, she fired the ball across the court to an open teammate at the 3-point line. Swish! This was Jason Kidd-level passing, the kind of vision that transforms elite point guards into legends. It took stars like Courtney Vandersloot and Diana Taurasi years to reach this level of game control, but Caitlin Clark was already there, as a rookie. 7. Insane pass from Caitlin Clark.
Caitlin Clark, now the passing, great screen.
A great screen. Clark is more than just an elite shooter. She's also a phenomenal passer. Her performance against Dallas showcased her vision like never before. Clark had the option to take another deep 3 as she came off the screen, but instead she saw something no one else did, a teammate cutting through the defense. Without hesitation, she fired a no-look pass through 2 defenders, resulting in a perfect finish. This level of vision and execution is rare among any player, let alone a rookie. Even the greats like Sue Bird, Ticha Penicheiro, and Lindsay Whalen weren't this advanced as passers in their first WNBA seasons. But Clark? She was already spotting and making elite-level plays, proving she was more than just a brilliant scorer. 8. Deep 3 from Caitlin Clark.
Has started out 2 for 3 from 3 and creating a little space for herself.
The Indiana Fever faced the New York Liberty, a powerhouse team with MVP candidates and defensive juggernauts like Breanna Stewart and Courtney Vandersloot. But none of that fazed Caitlin Clark. With the shot clock winding down, Clark found herself one-on-one against a much larger defender. She took a hard dribble to the right before snapping back into a devastating step-back move. The defender lunged, but it was too late. Clark had already launched a high-arcing 3-pointer from far beyond the arc. The ball floated in the air for what felt like an eternity before swishing through the net. The crowd erupted, and even the commentators were left stunned. Breanna Stewart didn't develop a reliable deep 3 until several seasons into her career. Sabrina Ionescu, another deep-range threat, struggled with efficiency early on. Even Maya Moore, one of the greatest scorers in WNBA history, took time to perfect step-back 3s. Caitlin Clark, on the other hand, was dominating from deep in her very first season, executing moves that typically take years to master. 9. Caitlin Clark gives the Fever a massive early lead. Dejanai Carrington takes pride in being one of the league's toughest perimeter defenders. But when Caitlin Clark gets hot, she's unstoppable. Moments later, Clark found herself in the same spot, against the same defender, with the same result. Carrington was all over her, hands up, closing in, but Clark's quick release was devastating. Connecticut could feel the pressure mounting. Clark's ability to hit these types of shots under intense defensive pressure places her among the greatest sharpshooters in WNBA history, players like Becky Hammon and Katie Smith. Even Maya Moore took time to develop that kind of range and confidence. Clark, however, had been doing it from day one. 10. Caitlin from deep range. The game was tight, and the Connecticut Sun had built a reputation for suffocating defense. But Caitlin Clark wasn't fazed. With the shot clock ticking down, she pulled up from way beyond the arc. The Suns' defense barely contested it. They had seen her make these shots too many times before. As the ball swished through the net, the arena erupted. Fans leaped from their seats, and even the opposing bench couldn't hide their shock. Only the truly exceptional take shots like this. It was reminiscent of Diana Taurasi's clutch daggers and Sue Bird's game-changing threes. But here was Caitlin Clark, a rookie, playing as if she had been in the league for a decade. Clark's deep-range shooting wasn't just impressive, it was game-changing. Even Taurasi and Bird didn't do it this consistently in their first seasons. From the moment she stepped onto a WNBA court, Clark had been practicing and perfecting these shots.